Hello, everyone. This is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel, ball as well. We're going to bring you some more Strat-o-matic baseball card and dice. Makes everything nice. It's fun on the tabletop. Our matchup in the Wayback Machine, the 1967 Cardinals, with Bob Gibson on the mound, taking on the 1976 Detroit Tigers. On the mound, the rookie phenom, the bird, Mark Fidrych. So it's Gibson versus Fidrych next on the channel. First pitch coming up. This should be a fun matchup. Cardinals, they won the World Series in 1967. The 1976 Detroit Tigers, well, they pretty much had Mark the Bird Fidrych. He won 19 games. He was 19-9. 2.34 ERA, 29 starts, allowed 12 homers, was a controlled pitcher. He did strike out 97, walked 53. He'll be opposed on the bump by Bob Gibson. Gibson was injured early in 1967, only had 24 starts, but finished 13-7, 2.98 ERA. He would win 3 World Series games against our beloved Impossible Dream Team Red Sox. In his 24 starts, he struck out 147, gave up 10 homers, walked 40. Let's get to the starting lineups and roll some Strat-o-matic baseball. I've cleaned up the score sheet a bit. Offensive stats here, or ratings, sorry. Defensive ratings here, as you can see. Okay. And hopefully I'll remember to look at them. For the St. Louis Cardinals, World Series champions in 1967, Lou Brock leads off. He'll play left field. Batting second in center field, Curt Flood. At first base, batting third, the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. Doing the catching, the cleanup hitter, Tim McCarver. Batting fifth, playing second, Julian Javier. Right fielder Roger Maris will bat sixth. Third baseman Mike Shannon will bat seventh. Batting eighth, the designated hitter Bobby Toland. Rounding out the lineup, batting ninth, shortstop Dahl Maxville. Bob Gibson will be on the mound. Point of weakness check starts in the eighth. For the hometown Detroit Tigers, leading off in center field, Ron LaFleur. Batting second, doing the catching, Bruce Kim. La Grande Orange. Rusty Staub will play right field, bat third. The cleanup hitter, Willie Horton. He is the designated hitter. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Ben Ogilvy. Batting sixth, we put... Our defensive infield is not going to be good except for a third baseman. I decided to go with a better bat, and that is Mickey Stanley. He'll be playing second base. Batting sixth, playing first base, Jason Thompson. Batting eighth, Aurelio Rodriguez playing third. At short, batting ninth, Mark Wagner. They're pretty much Wagner and Stanley are pretty much automatic errors unless you get the miracle roll. The Admiral Clinton Parks has joined us here at the ballpark. Hope all is well. Before we start, I will take a swig of water. This is my 1976 Mark the Bird Fidrych card. Picked up on eBay, very cheap. Joshua Hauser, how you doing? He says, good evening. Nice pitching matchup. Well, let's hope so, Joshua. Good to see you at the ballpark. All right. Leading off, Lou Brock. You want to keep him off the base paths. He's a double-A stealer. Fidrych has the sign from his personal caddy, Bruce Kim. The pitch to Lou Brock. That's going to be a 6-11. Brock's a left-handed batter, so a 6-11 off the Fidrych card. Fly ball right field. Rusty Staub is a 4 range with an E10. You want a high roll here. 14. He might make the play on the 4 range. We might not have to go to an error check. Oh, it's going to drop in. Ouch. Rusty Staub cannot get there. A single. He needed it much higher. Staub does cut it off before Brock, who takes a wide turn. Staub has a good arm, -3. Brock gets back to first. Brock is a double-A stealer. He's going to go. And again, my hybrid stealing rule, you go off the pitcher's hold and the catcher's throw rating. That's it. Advancing, it's -1. You know, if the ball's hit and how to advance. But he's a double-A stealer, so that's 1 through 17. Fidrych is a -2. Kim, -1, so that's a -3. 1 through 14. There goes Lou Brock, and he is gunned out by Bruce Kim. Oh, boy. Lou Brock is gunned out by Bruce Kim. Good job of Fidrych, Thompson, and Kim holding him on. And then Bruce Kim guns down the double-A stealer, Lou Brock. So he is out stealing. 1 down. Kurt Flood steps to the plate. Ken Castro's joined us. Fidrych talking to the baseball. The floppy-haired rookie phenom deals to Kurt Flood. Righty-righty matchup. He'll go off the Flood card, as that is a 3-3. What will it be? We shall see. Right-handed pitcher. A 3-3. Line shot. Foul territory line shot. Lunging, leaping, diving, making the catch. All of the above. Aurelio Rodriguez. So that's a line out 5. Fidrych pumps his fist, tips his cap to Aurelio Rodriguez. Gets the ball back, telling the baseball that's not where you were supposed to go. 2 outs. Fidrych looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He'll have to face the baby bull Orlando Cepeda. Cepeda ready to face the rookie phenom Mark Fidrych. Fidrych talking to the baseball, pointing. He kicks and deals to Cepeda. 4-10. 4-10. Fly ball. Shallow left field. Ben Ogilvy coming in. He will make the catch. Side is retired. Lou Brock, gunned down by Bruce Kim, set the tone in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. No score here in Detroit. Due up for the Tigers, Ron LaFleur, Bruce Kim, La Grande à l'Orange, Rusty Staub. Oh, boy, that was huge gunning out. The very capable Hall of Fame base stealer, Lou Brock. That set the tone. Fidrych high fives in the dugout, revving up his team. Fidrych is a bundle of positive energy. Bob Gibson on the mound. Well, for all the joy and jocularity that Fidrych shows on the mound, Bob Gibson is quite the opposite. It is said that he would brush back his own mother if she crowded the plate. All right, here's Ron LaFleur. He's a double-A stealer. You want to keep him off the base paths. Gibson has a sign from McCarver. The pitch to Ron LaFleur. It will be off the Gibson card. That's a 6-11. Right-handed batter. And the 6-11 is a single. So Ron LaFleur slaps it to left. He's definitely going. Well, before I say that, Gibson's a -3. McCarver is a -1, so that's -4. He's a double-A stealer. 1 through 13. Bruce Kim at the plate is an A bunter. You know what? I think we're going to bunt him over. I think we will hold LaFleur. 1 through 13. We come to win. He's going. He is safe. Ron LaFleur steals second. So a stolen base for Ron LaFleur. Now Bruce Kim's going to bunt him to third. They'll play for the bunt. Kim, A bunter goes to a B bunter. You want the low roll here. Gibson looking to jam him inside. Kim with the bunt. That's a 7 on a B. Batter is thrown out by the charging Orlando Cepeda. Cepeda, the baby bull, fields it. Throws to Julian Javier on the wheel play to get the out, but advancing to third is Ron LaFleur. That's small ball, baby. So that is a sack going 3-4. Bruce Kim does his J-O-B. Doug Hunt has joined us at the ballpark, along with another replay guy, hooray, our good friend Michael Canisteri. We have the Admiral, Clinton Parks, Ken Castro, Joshua Hauser. Hope everyone's doing well. Runner at third, 1 out for La Grande Alarange, Rusty Staub. McCarver thought about putting the arm out to set up the double play, but Gibson just glared at him. Staub digs in that left-hander's batter's box. You know he has that peculiar stance. How he holds the bat. Gibson to Staub. It will go off the Gibby card. 4-10 left-handed batter. 4-10 swing and a miss. Gibson gets Staub. Staub, the best hitter for the Tigers in 1976. Two outs for an old nemesis from 1968 for Bob Gibson, Willie Horton. Horton's the DH. Gibson to Horton. Righty-righty matchup. That's a 4-6. 4-6. Swing and a miss. So Gibson strands LaFleur at third. We're through 1. Scoreless in Detroit. So Gibson and Fidrych put up goose eggs. Top of the second. Fidrych will face McCarver, Julian Javier, former Yankee, Roger Maris. Also, I think, where did they get Maris from? Cleveland? Or no, Kansas City Athletics. Did they get Maris? Did the Yankees get Maris from the Athletics or the Cleveland Indians? I think it was the Athletics. Someone will know that in the chat. All right, here's Tim McCarver, left-hand batting catcher. Fidrych always talking to the baseball. The floppy-haired rookie phenom deals to Tim McCarver. That is a 3-12 right-handed pitcher, so it's off the McCarver card. 3-12, popped up left side. Calling for it, and we all hold our breath, is Wagner. 1 down. McCarver pops out to short. Ken Castro, they got him from Kansas City. Now, did Roger Maris at one point play early on in his career with the Indians? I don't know why that's stuck in my head. I was reading about Maris and some other players, and obviously I know who Roger Maris is, but Yankees stole a lot of good players from the Kansas City Athletics. That was what considered that was a joke, their farm team. Ken Castro, yes, he did play with the Indians, 57 and 58. Thank you, Ken. 1 out for Julian Javier, right-hand batting second baseman. Fidrych to Javier. It'll go off the Fidrych card. That's a 2-5. And Javier is I'm sorry, that will go off the Julian Javier card. 2-5, right-handed pitcher. 2-5, swing and a miss. That fastball, it could have been a sinker, tail down. Javier swung over it. Fidrych picks up his first K. And again, that was off the Julian Javier card. 2 and the 5. Bruce Kim throws it around the infield, or starts the throw around the infield. Ball goes back to Fidrych. 2 outs, base is empty. It's Fidrych versus Roger Maris. Maris, no longer a dangerous power hitter. I believe 68 was his last year. Here's the pitch to Roger Maris. Hit 61 homers in 61. Maris gets a 1-5 from Fidrych. Fidrych misses location a little bit. 1-5. That's ball 4. So Maris works a walk. No 1-2-3 inning for the Bird. The Bird talking to that baseball. He's not happy with it. Saying, you got to do your job. Fidrych now grooms the mound. Maris at first. We will not hold him on. He's an E-stealer, and there's 2 outs. That brings up Mike Shannon for the St. Louis Cardinals. Shannon's the third baseman. Right-handed batter. Fidrych looks in, has the sign from Kim. The pitch to Mike Shannon. 6-12. 6-12. That is a... Well, the way we're going to play this, 1 through 3, we're going to say he gets a hit, okay? If he doesn't get the hit, we're going to call it a strikeout. It is a strikeout. And again, that's a super advanced thing right here, I think, with that symbol. But you know what? I like playing it that way. It's not. I'm not playing super advanced, but I say that's interesting, right? 1 through 3. We'll say it's a single. If not, we'll give Fidrych the strikeout, as it would have been a line out anyway. But I like the strikeout better. So Fidrych strikes out 2. He does walk 1. We go to the bottom of the second. No score here in Detroit. It is a packed Tigers Stadium to see this matchup. Not only is it the 1967 Cardinals who won the World Series against our beloved Boston Red Sox, but it's Mark the Bird Fidrych on the mound. For the Tigers, will be Ogilvy, Stanley, Thompson to face the very angry Bob Gibson. If Mark the Bird Fidrych is Luke Skywalker, then Bob Gibson is Darth Vader. And I love Bob Gibson. Ben Ogilvy digs in the left-hander's batter's box. Gibson glares at him like, don't dig in too much. Here's the pitch to Ogilvy. That's going to be a 3-2, how do you do, off the Ogilvy card, right-handed pitcher. So, I'm sorry, right-handed pitcher, 3-2. So a 3-2 fly ball, right field. Maris going back a bit, makes the catch. Ogilvy is retired. 1 down. First time I saw, well, I was real little, but he was on the news a lot, and, they called him the Bird because he kind of looked like Big Bird. And I remember, and you can watch, and my memory is pretty good about it now because I've watched the game a few times on YouTube. The Monday night game that wasn't supposed to be televised, Fidrych beat the Yankees in Detroit because the other game was in rain delay or something, and they just went to the Fidrych game. It was not the Monday night A crew. Werner, what's the guy's name? Werner. I can't think of it. But he was on WFAN for a while with Imus. He was his sportscaster for a while. He was one of the announcers. I can't think, but they weren't Warner Wolf. Thank you. Another replay guy. Hooray. Clinton Park says it was Monday Night Baseball against the Yankees. Now, I think that game was in Detroit, and I think that was not supposed to be the game that we watched in this area. I want to say the game that was a national game that everyone was getting was in rain delay. So 1 out for Mickey Stanley. Again, we have Stanley playing at second if we have a lead. But I mean, all the second basemen are pretty horrific. He's mega horrific because he's an automatic error, basically. He's an E71. He needs the miracle roll to make the play on that. Here's the pitch to Mickey Stanley, who also faced Gibson in the 68 World Series. That is a 2-4 off the Stanley card, right-handed pitcher, 2-4. One hopper back to Gibson, who fields his position quite well. He throws to Cepeda at first, 2 down. And I believe Mickey Stanley played shortstop in the World Series, which he didn't play all year. But their shortstop couldn't hit his way out of a paper bag. So Mickey Stanley played short. I'm pretty sure that I'm accurate there. 2 outs for the home run hitting Jason Thompson. Thompson, left-handed power bat. Gibson with the violent windup, the pitch to Jason Thompson. Off the Thompson card, right-handed pitcher, 3-6. A 3-6 is a walk. So good job by Thompson, extending the inning. Aurelio Rodriguez steps to the plate. 1 out, 1 on. Rodriguez, the best defensive infielder they have. He's at third base. He's a 1E13. Now he needs to get a clutch 2-out hit. He has some pop. Gibson to Rodriguez. It'll go off the Gibby card. That's probably death on that 5. 5-5. Ground ball to Maxwell at short. He has it. Over to Cepeda at first. Side retired if you're scoring at home, 6-3. For the out. We go to the top of the third. Scoreless here in Detroit. I got tongue twisted there. So Fidrych will go back up on the bump, the nest, as they call it, the bird's nest. The bird is the word. Mark the bird, Fidrych. Clinton Park says, for that Monday night game in 1976 with Fidrych against the Yankees, I was in the barracks and had the game on. Cool. The Cardinals will send up Bobby Tolan, Dahl Maxfield in the top of the order, Lou Brock. Brock, remember, singled but was thrown out by Bruce Kim in the top of the first. Here's the pitch to the left-hand batting designated hitter, Bobby Tolan. It'll go off the Bobby Tolan card. 2-7. Right-handed pitcher, 2-7. And Bobby Tolan has a chance for a double, 1-2-3. It is not. It is a single. Second hit off Mark the Bird Fidrych. He's a B stealer. He's not going anywhere. But they will hold him on. Let's flip this because that's a -3. And a B stealer would be 50-50, 1 through 10. Dahl Maxfield. Oh, he's a debunter. Oh, God, that's awful. You know what? Bobby Tolan, 1 through 10, he's going to go. He's gunned out. 50-50 chance. Tolan is gunned out by the personal caddy of Mark the Bird Fidrych, Bruce Kim. Well, the stealing not going well. Fans in Detroit are hooping and hollering. Fidrych points to his catcher, then points to the shortstop. I'm sorry, the second baseman, Mickey Stanley. 1 out. We took a shot there. That brings up Dahl Maxfield. So the Cardinals are 0 for 2 stealing bases. The pitch to Dahl Maxfield. From the Bird, Mark Fidrych. 4. It's going to go off the Fidrych card. Right-handed batter, 4-5. A 4-5. Oh, boy. That could be a double. 14, it's a single, and it would have been 2 stars, so it would have been first and third. Oh, we have little faith for Dahl Maxville singles. So back-to-back singles, and again, how big is the base runner being thrown out at third? Lou Brock single, and was mowed down for his thievery. Maxville is not being held on. He's an E-stealer. The pitch to Lou Brock. He's tough to double up. It will be off the Fidrych card. Left-handed batter, 5-7. A 5-7 is a ground. They're going to double him up. Hard hit ball to Stanley. Stanley to Wagner. Relay throw to Thompson. Side retired. 4-6-3. Stanley making it look easy. 4-6-3. The Cardinals' frustration continues. So we had a left-handed batter, and it was a 5-7. You can see the 5-7 is a ground ball A. That dot means if he was tired, I believe, it would be a hit. Yes, it would be a single 2 stars, I think, which means the runner advances 2 bases. But he's not fatigued. That is a double play ball. Fidrych comes bounding off the mound, clapping his glove, applauding the fans, his teammates, the world. Bottom of the third, no score here in Detroit. Gibson looks to match Fidrych with the goose eggs. Gibson will face the number 9 batter, Wagner, who was in on that double play. Then the top of the order, Ron LaFleur, Bruce Kim. The pitch to Mark Wagner. It's going to go off the Wagner card against a right-handed batter. That is a 2-5. A 2-5 is a swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Mr. Bob Gibson. Top of the order, Ron LaFleur. He's the only Tiger to get a hit off Gibson in the bottom of the first. Stole second, reached third on the sac bunt by Kim, but could advance no further as Gibson struck out Staub and Horton. Michael Terranova's joined us. Check out his channel. I watched a little bit of it when I had a little bit of time at work. He was at his pizza place with him and his son. It's fun stuff, talking a little sports, talking a little pizza. That's Michael Terranova, so check that out. Hope all is well. Hope you made a lot of sales today, Mike. Here's the pitch to Ron LaFleur with 1 out. He'll go off the Gibby card. Right-handed batter, 5-9. 5-9, swing and a miss. Gibson looking to strike out the side now. 2 up, 2 down via the K. You are welcome, Michael Terranova. 2 outs. The personal caddy of Mark the Bird Fidrych, Bruce Kim. Gibson looks in, gets the sign, the violent windup, the pitch to Bruce Kim. 6-3. What will it be off the Gibby card? 6-3 fly ball, left field, range error check for Lou Brock. Brock is a 2E14. That's a 19. He will race in and make the catch. Side is retired. So Kim flies out to Brock. We go to the top of the fourth. Scoreless here in Detroit. Rookie phenom from 1976, Mark the Bird Fidrych from Massachusetts. Back up on the bird's nest. Ba-oom-mow, mow, ba-ba-oom-mow, mow, ba-ba-ba-oom-mow, mow, ba-ba-oom-mow, mow. The bird is the word. So here's Mark the Bird Fidrych. 3 scoreless innings, though he's been aided mightily by his catcher, Bruce Kim. Kim has thrown out Lou Brock and Bobby Tolan. Let's bring it up a little bit. There we go. What I like about card and dice is you can have these wonderful mythical matchups, and you can do that in the PC too. Don't get me wrong, I love my PC games. But I can adjust the rules the way I want. Not the rules, but play it the way I want. And that's a lot of fun. All right, so Fidrych will face Flood, Cepeda, and McCarver here in the top of the fourth. Flood lined out to Aurelio Rodriguez at third. The pitch to Kurt Flood. It will go off the Fidrych card, right-handed batter. 6-8. A 6-8 ground ball to short. Wagner has it. Will throw to Thompson. 1 out. Fidrych applauding the baseball there, saying, you did good work. That's what I wanted. They throw it around the infield, get it back to a joyful Mark Fidrych, who immediately goes back to talking to that baseball. The baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, 0 for 1. He flew out to left. Fidrych has the sign from Ken. The pitch to Cepeda. It will go off the Cepeda card. A 1-6. A 1-6 is a single to center. So Cepeda rips a shot return to center. Fidrych ducks his head in self-defense. 1 out. Cepeda will not steal, as we've had no luck with that. He'd be a 50-50 shot to steal second. Tim McCarver, the Cardinal catcher, popped out to short. 1 out, 1 on. Fidrych rubbing up that baseball, talking to it, pointing with it. He wants a double play. The pitch to McCarver from the left-hand batter's box. It'll go off the McCarver card. Right-handed pitcher. That's a 3-3. What will it be? A 3-3. Ball hit slowly to first. Thompson has it. Tosses to Fidrych, covering the bag. 2 outs. Advancing to second is Cepeda on the ground ball C. So good hustle by Fidrych. He immediately pivot and look towards second and Cepeda. Scoring at home on that defensive play, it would go 3-1. First baseman to pitcher. 2 outs. Cepeda at second. They will not hold him on. Cepeda is a 1 through 13 base runner, but with 2 outs not being held on, +2. You don't want to cut down the range of those guys up the middle because it's putrid. So he will be 1 through 16. 1 through 15, excuse me. Julian Javier trying to give the Cardinals the lead. Fidrych and the Tigers trying to deny that lead. The bird to Javier. It's going to go off the Javier card, 2-9. A 2-9. This is going to give the Cardinals the lead. If it's a 1-2-3, it's a triple. It is a triple. Smashes it to center over the head of Ron LaFleur. 1-0 Cardinals. Relay throw not in time. Javier goes sliding in safely. So we had a 2-9. And again, 1 through 3 a triple, single 2 stars. The runner was going to score anyway. We rolled a 2. It's a triple. 1-0 Cardinals. Will that be enough for Bob Gibson? Fidrych, not happy with himself. That breaking pitch hung up, to say the least. Here's Roger Maris on deck, Mike Shannon. 2 outs. Javier at third. The pitch to Maris, trying to make it a 2-0 lead. It'll go off the Fidrych card. Left-handed batter. That's a 4-8. A 4-8. He jammed him, popped it up. Right side. Thompson waiting for it. The first baseman will make the catch. The damage is limited to 1. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Cardinals of 1967 strike first. 2-out triple by Julian Javier. 1-0 St. Louis. For the Tigers, it will be Staub, Horton, Ogilvy to face Bob Gibson, the angry one. So here's Gibby. Love Gibby. Love Sandy Koufax. Love Mark the Bird Fidrych, J.R. Richard, Nolan Ryan, Tom Seaver, Pedro Martinez, Louis Tiant, many others. Staub 0 for 1. He was a strikeout victim of Gibson. Gibson has struck out 4. The pitch to La Grande Alarange, trying to get something started here. Oh boy, that is a 1-2. How do you do? Hard hit ball right back to the pitcher. Snared by an... Oh, wait, go. I'm sorry. Right hand. It's still an out. It's a ball hit to second base. Javier has it. Throws to Cepeda. 1 down. 4-3 on the numerical scoring of that defensive play. Willie Horton struck out his first time up. The pitch to Willie from Bob Gibson. That is a 2-6. 2-6. 1 through 13. Willie Horton has tied this game. It is gone. Willie Horton, sitting dead red, crushes it to center. The fans explode here at Tiger Stadium. On the 2-6 home run, 1 through 13, we rolled a 3. Boom goes the ball. Bob Gibson's nemesis from 1968, Willie Horton, touches them all. To the moon, Alice, to the moon. We have a 1-1 ball game. Tiger Stadium is a ruckus rock and roll show right now. Curtain call for Horton. He comes out and tips his helmet. So a home run with 1 out by Willie Horton, and it's a 1-1 ball game. Oh, that was a crush shot. That will bring up Ben Oglivie, former Red Sox, would go on to play for the Milwaukee Brewers. Here's the pitch, the left-hand batting Oglivie from Bob Gibson, and don't dig in because Gibson's very angry. 2-4. A 2-4. Hard hit ball to first. Snaring it is Cepeda. He'll take it to the bag himself. 1 down. 2 down, excuse me. So with 2 outs in a 1-1 ball game, Tiger Stadium still a buzz from the Horton blast to dead center, and it was a blast. That will bring up Mickey Stanley. Stanley grounded out. Stanley, another Tiger who faced Gibson in 1968. But this is 67 Gibson. Gibson rocks and deals to Stanley. It'll go off the Stanley card, right-handed pitcher. 2-6, pick up some sticks. 2-6, ground ball to short. Dalville throws to Cepeda. The side is retired. But the Tigers tie it. Solo blast by Willie Horton. We go to the top of the 5th, knotted at 1. What a game we have here at Tiger Stadium, folks. Due up for the Cardinals to face Mark the Bird Fidrych, bottom third of their order, Shannon, Tolan, Maxville. I'm going to take a drink of water. How's everyone doing? Hope extremely well. All right, here we go. As the chair is stuck on the carpet. Now, here we go. Mike Shannon is 0 for 1, a strikeout victim. The second strikeout victim of Fidrych. Fidrych deals to Mike Shannon. 5-9 off the Fidrych card, right-handed batter. 5-9. That will be a fly out to Rusty Staub in right, can of corn. 1 out, top of the 5th. Designated hitter Bobby Tolan singled, then was promptly thrown out trying to steal second by Bruce Kim. Kim has thrown out 2. Tolan and Brock. The pitch to the designated hitter Bobby Tolan. Fidrych with a 2-9. This will go off the Tolan card. 2-9. That's a walk. So Bobby Tolan reaches for a second time, this time via the free pass. Fidrych just missed his location in that battle with Bobby Tolan. So Bobby Tolan at first. We stole last time. What are the odds of being thrown out 3? He's going. So he's safe 1 through 10. And he's safe. And it's a 2. Possible throwing error by Bruce Kim. Kim, 1 through 9. He throws it into center field. And Bobby Tolan goes to third. It is a 9. He throws it into center field. So the go-go Cardinals. Tolan steals second. Goes to third. On the E2. The strategy works there. Dahl Maxwell steps back in the right-hander's batter's box. Infield in. Fidrych to Dahl Maxwell. Go off the Fidrych card. That's a 6-4. A 6-4 is a fly ball to center field. Ron LaFleur is a 3. E16. Neutral arm of 0. That's a 12. We go to the error check. Cardinals could take the lead here. LaFleur is an E16. And oh, wow, that is not good. E16 is not good for an outfielder. That's a 6, and that is a 2-base error. You needed either the 12 for the clean catch or a 2, and you had a 1 through 4 error rating chance there, and a 5 and 6, he makes the play. So Ron LaFleur butchers that ball, ticks off his glove as he races over to right center, as Dahl Maxwell was a little behind that pitch. The Cardinals take the lead. Two to 1. So that is an E8, 2 bases. And there's still only 1 out. Tolan would have scored anyway on the sac fly, but at least there'd be 2 outs. So Dahl Maxwell at second. He's not going to steal. He's an E-stealer. Cardinals retake the lead quite quickly. Here's Lou Brock. Brock singled, thrown out at second, trying to steal and banged into a 4-6-3 double play, ending the third. The pitch to Brock. It will go off the Brock card, right-handed pitcher, 2-7. A 2-7 is a single 2 stars. It's a 3-1 game, racing around from second. In third, scoring is Maxwell. So that error hurts. Brock's now 2 for 3 with a ribby. (3-1). Cardinals, 67 Cardinals were a much better offensive team than the 68 Cardinals. That's one of the worst offenses ever to go to the World Series. 6 runs in 2 innings. He's got 3 now, and Fidrych will hit point of weakness. So runner at first. We're going to put the pressure on him. Lou Brock wants some revenge here. 1 through 14. He's a double-A stealer, so 1 through 17. We have the hold of 2 for Fidrych, a -1 arm for Kim. So that's 3 minus 17, 1 through 14. There goes Brock, and he is safe. No throwing error this time. So Brock gets his revenge. He steals second. Cardinals, continue to keep that pressure on the Tigers and Fidrych. So will he try to steal third? No, he will not. Kurt Flood 0 for 2. The pitch to Flood with 1 out. It's going to go off the Flood card, 2-5. A 2-5 ground ball back to the pitcher. It's a ground ball B. If no runner is forced, runner is holds. So Brock holds at second as Fidrych looks him back, throws to first. Flood is 0 for 3. Cardinals have plated 2 in the top of the 5th, retaking the lead 3-1. The baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, is 1 for 2. He has singled and scored and flown out to left. The pitch to Cepeda from Fidrych. Not happy with the baseball in this inning. 3-7. A 3-7 swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Fidrych. The Cardinals get 2, and they were aided by that 2-base error by Ron LaFleur in center. We go to the bottom of 5, 3-1 St. Louis, to the joy of ID Jester. Can the Tigers answer? Brian Hoxie's joined us. How you doing, Brian? Hope all is well. Can the 76 Tigers answer once again? For the Tigers will be Thompson, Rodriguez, Wagner. (3-1) Cardinals, bottom of the 5th. Jason Thompson's got pop. Gibson to Thompson. 1-6. 1-6. Chance for a double here. He needs a 1 through 6. It's an 11. That's going to be a deep fly ball to center field. Making the catch, Curt Flood. So Thompson gave it a ride, but not far enough. 1 out. Detroit fans not happy with that. A bit glum. They thought that could have been a solo shot. But Flood tracked it down. Aurelio Rodriguez grounded to short. He's 0 for 1. Gibson to Rodriguez. Righty-righty matchup. It'll go off the Gibby card. That's a 4-6. A 4-6 is a strikeout. Gibson mows down another Tiger. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Ks now for Bob Gibson. Number 9 batter, a strikeout victim in his first at-bat, shortstop Mark Wagner. The pitch to Wagner off the Gibson card. That's going to be a 5-7. A 5-7. Oh, Wagner's going to get a hit. 1 through 7. It's a double. It is a single. So Wagner jumped on the first pitch fastball. Inning stays alive. They'll get to Ron LaFleur. LaFleur can make amends for his horrific 2-base error in center. Brian Hoxie says, I'm doing fantastic. Been lurking. Just finished up a game of History Maker Baseball. Do give us a recap if you want in the chat. I got to get some History Maker Baseball on the channel again. But I'm just enjoying my APA right now and Strat. I got some APA cards coming from Chris White. Wonderful homemade APA cards. And we'll enjoy those. But we'll get some History Maker Baseball on the channel. Maybe some 1986 Red Sox, 86 Mets. All right. Ron LaFleur, 1 for 2. Struck out, single, and stolen a base. Ron LaFleur, 316, 4 homers, 39 ribbies. It's a big moment. Not a big home run hitter, but can he find a gap? Can he find a gap to score Wagner from first? Gibson to LaFleur. It will go off the Gibson card, 6-5. And a 6-5 is a walk. So Ron LaFleur works a walk. You can see the 6 and the 5, right-handed batter. Wagner to second. LaFleur, second time he's reached, this time on a free pass. Tying runs on. Go ahead run at the plate, and Bruce Kim. Kim has a sack bunt, and he's flown out to Lou Brock in left. Bottom of 5th, do we pinch hit for Kim with Bill Freehan? Kim hit for an okay average in a limited play. 152 at-bats, 263. He did have a homer and 6 ribbies. Again, he was the personal caddy for Mark the Bird Fidrych. Rusty Staub on deck. I think you got to take a shot here with another former nemesis from 1968, Bill Freehan. Or somebody else. Because you got first and second. 2 outs. LaFleur is a very speedy runner. With 2 outs, it's a +2 for all base runners. So Wagner is a 14 standing on second right now. They're not going to hold anybody on. No one gets held on at second. I mean, they cheat. I don't call that holding them on. They'll kind of fake over there and stuff. All right. Well, let's see what we got here. The only thing, Bill Freehand's arm is horrific. We could put John Walkenfuss in there. He has a neutral arm. Phil Mankowski, excuse me. He only had 85 at-bats, but he batted .271, slugging .353, on base .300. Possibility there. But Freehand, slugging .384, .303 on base, .270 batting average, 5 home runs. I think we got to go with Bill Freehand. I think the Tigers have to take a shot here and now. I just don't. Let's look at Kim. Kim needs the 1. He needs the 1. The 1 column. Well, Freehand needs the 2. Probably can't see that because it's out of the picture. And let's put it here. They're going to go to Bill Freehand. Do we want to go to Bill Freehand? Phil Mankowski. The 1-2. You can see that. He's got the 1, but the 2 has stuff on it. They're going to go Phil Mankowski. And then John Walkenfuss will come in to catch. You can't put a +2 against this Cardinal lineup behind the plate. Walkenfuss is a 4.0 E16. Automatic throwing error on a 1, 2, or 3 stolen base. Ouch. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. They're going to take their shot. We got to take our shot here, and we're going to go with the lefty. Limited at-bats of 85, Phil Mankowski, excuse me. So Bruce Kim is done. He's out. We go pinch hitter. And we'll do our pinch hitters over here. Pinch hitter. Mankowski. And he's pinch hitting in the 5th. Okay. He's pinch hitting for Kim. When I do that, I just square off the box. All right, Gibson to face the left-hand pinch hitter, Phil Mankowski, 271, 85 at-bats. He had a homer, 4 ribbies, a double, and a triple. Struck out 8 times. He needs that 1 column. Possibility on the 2. Gibson to Mankowski. It's a 6. 9. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Phil Mankowski is going to double at least, and that's going to knock in. You betcha we're going to have LaFleur try to score from first because there's no. So 1 through 5, it's a homer. Mankowski, Mankowski, sorry. Weak power versus lefties, but Bob Gibson's a righty, normal power. He could give the Tigers the lead. Again, let's make sure we got that right. Left-handed batter, 6'9". Yep. 1 through 5. It's a 4! Mankowski sends it out to right. It is gone. 3-run homer with 2 outs by the pinch hitter, seldom used Phil Mankowski. The Tigers come right back. They retake the lead. 4-3. Tigers Stadium explodes. The second home run given up by Bob Gibson. The first a solo shot by Willie Horton, and now a 3-run blast by the pinch hitter, Phil Mankowski. So he gets 3. Batted in. Wagner and LaFleur greet him at home plate. At the top of the dugout steps is Mark the Bird Fidrych. He gives Phil a huge hug and kiss on the cheek. What a ball game we have here in Detroit. It's now 4-3 Tigers. You cannot even hear yourself breathe here at Tiger Stadium. Boom goes the ball. The pinch hitter, Phil Mankowski, touches them all to the moon, Alice, to the moon. He jacked it out to right. Holy cow. And that is a wow explanation point. Michael Terranova, was Ralph Houck still the manager? Yes, I do believe Ralph Houck was the manager of the Tigers in 1976. So Phil Mankowski hits a 3-run homer. And I got it. You know what? God, I think we're going to go with Bill Freehand, even though he's a +2. It'll be a -2, +2, so that zeros themselves out. What's his throwing error? Let's go back to this. Freehand throwing error 1 through 7. So Freehand, what? So had we batted Freehand, he would have singled. But we didn't bat Freehand. We went to lefty. So we made the right call there. So let's just put Freehand here for the moment. And you can sort of see, well, he's Fidrych. Put Freehand right here, and we'll bring him in to catch. But who knows? They might bat around. Gibson being roughed up by the Tigers. So with 2 outs, base is empty. Crowd going insane after the 3-run jack by Mankowski. Rusty Staub comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. The pitch to Staub. Left-handed batting. Legrand à l'orange. 4-6. 4-6. Staub works. 4-7. Possible hit 1, 2, 3. It is not a hit. It will be a line out to the second baseman, Julian Javier. Great reaction. A step and a dive. The side is retired. But again, the pinch hit 3-run homer. The Tigers retake the lead. 4-3. A home run off the bat of Phil Mankowski. So that's 4 runs in 2 innings. It would have to be 6-2, 7-3 for point of weakness for Gibson. All right, so Staub is out. Mankowski's done, but boy, Phil Mankowski is the hero for the moment. Bill Freehand will come in to catch. So, and he'll bat second. Freehand. 9. Steeler, C bunter, C hit and run. Throwing error, 1 through 7. Freehand is a 3 plus 2 E6. So let's just put a line through this. Kim's out. All right. And freehand bats after LaFleur. Staub made the last out. So then Willie Horton will lead things off in the bottom of the 6th. Wow, what a game. What a game. How many home runs did Gibson give up that year? 10. Gave up 10 home runs in 1967. Michael Terranova. Remember, check out Michael Terranova's YouTube channel and subscribe. That was fun today. He was at his pizza shop with his son, and they were making pizzas and serving lunch. And you get to watch him make pizzas, and he'll talk to you. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. I had a little slow time at work, so I watched some of it, and I enjoyed it. I will not steer you wrong. For the Cardinals, down 1 once again, it's going to be McCarver, Javier, Maris to face Mark the Bird Fidrych. Tigers will stick with Fidrych as long as possible. Their one good reliever is John Hiller. McCarver is 0 for 2. The pitch to Tim McCarver from Mark Fidrych. It'll go off the McCarver card, as that's a 1-7 right-handed pitcher. 1-7. Fly ball deep to center field. LaFleur turning, spinning, turning, falling down, makes the catch. Look at that. Look at this. The one column. Look at all the good stuff. But McCarver rolls a 7, a fly out to center. 1 down. Julian Javier comes to the plate. Javier tripled in a run his last at bat. Prior to that, he struck out. Fidrych to Javier off the Javier card. 1-6. Right-handed pitcher, 1-6. Ground ball to short. Wagner throws to first, 2 away. So Wagner to Thompson. Fidrych wants a 1-2-3 inning here. Those have been tough to come by for the Bird. Roger Maris has walked and popped out to first. Fidrych has the sign from his new battery mate, Bill Freehan. The pitch to Maris, it will go off the Fidrych card. That's a 5-6 left-handed batter. A 5-6 chopper to second. Stanley flips to Thompson. 1-2-3. Go the 67 Cardinals. That's the first goose egg Fidrych has put up since the 3rd. He bounds off the mound, leaps over the foul line, and joyfully goes into the dugout. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 76 Tigers 4, 67 Cardinals 3. An angry Bob Gibson to the mound. He's made 2 mistakes. 2 mistakes. A homer off the bat of Willie Horton. That was a solo shot, and Horton leads things off here in the bottom of the 6th. He'll be followed by Ogilvy and Stanley. Then a 3-run bomb in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. Pinch hitter, seldom used, Phil Mankowski. He is now a legend in Detroit. The pitch to Willie Horton, trying to extend the Tigers' lead. Gibson with a 4 and a 9, a single possibility 1 through 12. And it's a single. There's the 12 on the 4-9, past the dive of the Cardinal third baseman, Mike Shannon. So Willie Horton Struck out his first time. Since then, he's homered and now singled. So Horton at first, they won't hold him on. He's an E stealer. Ben Ogilvy at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Gibson and the Cardinals looking to turn 2. The pitch to Ogilvy. It's going to go off the Gibson card. That's a 5-7. Left-handed batter. 5-7. Ogilvy's got a shot here. 1, 2, 3. It's a double. It is not. Deep fly ball to center. Flood tracks it down. Retreating back to first is Horton. Ogilvy gave it a ride. Fans thought it could be a third home run given up by Gibson. 1 out, 1 on. Mike Stanley to the plate. Playing second base. He's 0 for 2. Mickey Stanley, excuse me. The pitch to Mickey Stanley. It'll go off the Mickey Stanley card. Right-handed pitcher, 2-6. A 2-6 is a double play ball to short. Side retired. Maxville, Javier, on to the baby bull Cepeda. Scoring at home, 6-4-3. So we put Stanley in for some offense, and he's 0 for 3. We might swap him out. As we go to the top of the 7th, Detroit of 1976, and the Bird, Mark the Bird Fidrych, 4. The 6-7 Cardinals and Bob Gibson, 3. Let's do some more managing here. I think we gave Stanley 3 at-bats. He's done nothing. And again, he's an automatic error at second on an error check. Yeah, you can get that Miracle 12 roll. All right, let's put in our better defensive second baseman. And he's not that boy. Let's see. Okay, Jerry Emanuel is not going to play second. He's a 3E71. That's god-awful. Marv Lane is an outfielder. Pedro Garcia, again, he's not much better. 4E39. These are automatic errors. Chuck Scrivener. Chuck Scrivener. He is a 4E26. So Chucky's coming into the game. Mickey Stanley's coming out. Hiller loosening up in the Tigers' pen. All right, so Mickey Stanley coming out. Where's Mickey? Right there. Scrivener. This is 12 base running. Scrivener. With my chicken scratch. ECD. E stealer. C bunter. D hit and run. We just wanted to play a little bit of defense. So Stanley comes out. And Scrivener comes in. We're going to put his defensive ratings to his left. He is a 4E26. 4E26. Whiteout magic. 4E26. And voila, it looks better. All right. So Stanley banged into the double play. He's out of the game. Scrivener will bat ninth. I mean, going through the lineup, he's not batting ninth. Thompson leads off in the 7th. Okay, we got that all set. Shortstop. Wagner. He's god-awful. 3E, again, automatic error. We don't have anyone really better. Got to stay away from the error checks with this infield and with this team. All right, here's Mark Fidrych. Top of the 7th. For the Cardinals, bottom third of their order, Shannon Tolan Maxville. 1976 Tigers 4, 1967 World Series champion St. Louis Cardinals 3. The pitch to Mike Shannon from the Bird, Mark Fidrych. That will go off the Shannon card, right-handed pitcher, 2-8. A 2-8 is a ground out to Wagner at short. Wagner throws to Thompson, 1 down. So Fidrych getting that ball to stay low. Hello, Captain Carl 8, as he says, there's no hit by pitch in basic. Oh, he's answering Brian Hoxie's question. Let me see. I don't see one. I will take Captain Carl's word for it. I don't play much basic anymore, but it is fun. 1 out for Bobby Tolan. The pitch to Bobby Tolan. He's been on base twice. He's 1 for 1, a single and a walk. He's been thrown out, stealing. He's also stolen and scored. So that's a 3-5 off the Tolan card. 3-5, popped up, foul territory, right side. Thompson, the first baseman, waiting for it. He'll make the catch. 2 away. Good job by the Bird. That's a pop-out 3. Dahl Maxville steps to the plate. Captain Carl says hello to myself and everybody. Awesome sauce. Hope you're doing well, Captain Carl. Here's the pitch for Mark the Bird Fidrych, the floppied hair rookie phenom from 1976. 4-5. 4-5. Oh, nuts. That's not where you want to be on the Fidrych card. This is going to be a hit. Single, a 2-out single. Second hit by Maxville. He's been on base 3 times thanks to that 2-base error sandwich between the 2 singles by Ron LaFleur. Maxville will not steal. He's an E stealer. Vinny Mancini, how you doing? Hope all is well. Vinny says he's right. No hit by pitch in basic. I've played since 1969. Lou Brock. Maxville at first, 2 outs. They're not holding him on. He will be a +2, so 1 through 16. The pitch to Brock from Fidrych. It's going to be off the Brock card. 1-3. 1-3. Single 1 through 5. Or it's a line out. I know that's the symbol for super advanced, but I like to just use the split there. And I've done it already. So it's either a play made by the second baseman, Scribner, or a single to right. So it's a 1-3. It is a line shot, leaping catch by Scribner. Oh, boy. What a play by the defensive replacement. Mark Fidrych pounds his heart, points to Scribner, tips his cap. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 4-3, 76 Tigers. Gibson back up on the bump. His point of fatigue inning is the 8th. He's not going to hit that with runs. It doesn't look like, unless he gets hammered in this inning. He's made 2 mistakes, a solo homer to Horton and a 3-run blast to the pinch hitter Phil Mankowski. What a call we made on that one. The pitch to Jason Thompson from Bob Gibson. It is a 2-3. 2-3, that's a walk. Right-handed pitcher. So Thompson on at first. That's a huge insurance run. He runs like he has mud on his feet and poop in his pants. But we have Aurelio Rodriguez coming up. He's an A bunter. He will bunt the play for the bunt. So he'll be a B bunter. That's a 3 on a B. Batter beats out the bunt. Runner advances 1 base. What a bunt by Aurelio Rodriguez. Not only do they get the advancement to second base by Jason Thompson, but they get the bonus of Aurelio Rodriguez beating the bunt out. First and second, Wagner comes to the plate. He is a B bunter. He's going to put the bunt down. He'll become a C bunter. And that's not going to be bueno. That's a 10. That is a 10. Batter is safe. The play is made to third. So there's 1 out. Thompson is out. The 10-row batter is safe. So Bob Gibson did not hesitate. He went to third. They get the force on Thompson. Moving to second is Rodriguez. Wagner, fielder's choice. 1-5. On the failed sack. So first and second, 4-3 Tigers. Top of the order, Ron LaFleur. LaFleur still hasn't made amends for his horrific 2-base error in center. He's got a chance here. Big insurance runs on the base paths for the 1976 Tigers. Gibson glares in at LaFleur. Takes an angry deep breath. He kicks and deals. It will go off the LaFleur card. Right-handed pitcher, 3-3. What will it be? A 3-3 is a double play ball to short. So it's going to go Maxwell Javier onto the baby bull Cepeda. Opportunity lost for the 76 Tigers to extend the lead. Even the speedy Ron LaFleur could not beat the double play. So that goes 6-4-3. Side retired. Because that was 1 out. Bunt hit. I'm sorry. 1 out on the failed bunt, and that's a double play. Yes. All right. We're through 7. We go to the top of the 8th. 4-3, 1976 Tigers over Gibson and the 67 Cardinals. For the Cardinals, it will be Flood, Cepeda, McCarver. Mark Fidrych back up on the bump. John Hiller continues to loosen. Now he's loosening with a little more urgency in the Tigers bullpen. Great game here. Wonderful crowd at the stadium. All right. Kurt Flood is hitless. Fidrych wants to keep Flood hitless. Flood wants to open up the floodgates. The windup and the pitch from the floppy-haired rookie sensation. Mark the Bird Fidrych. That's a 4-10 right-handed batter off the Fidrych card. 4-10 shallow fly ball to left. Coming in is Ogilvy. Makes the catch. Flood is 0 for 4. 1 out in the top of the 8th. Orlando Cepeda, the baby Bulls, 1 for 3. The pitch to Cepeda from Fidrych off the Fidrych card again. 4-3. Right-handed batter. 4-3. Single to left. Tying run on Cepeda. He is a B stealer. Fidrych has a 2 hold. Freehand has a +2 arm, so it's neutral. Again, that's the way I play it. I kind of use the super advanced rule. I just like to use. I only use the hold and the catcher's arm. I don't add additional hold. With the guy's a B stealer, so it's an additional minus whatever. I don't do that. It's my own little homebrew rule. All right, so he is a B stealer with 1 out. Stealing second is 1 through 13. Cepeda goes, and he is safe. And that's a 4, so it's not a 1, 2, or 3, so no throwing error possibility on freehand. So Cepeda's in scoring position. The baby bull can motor when he has to. Tim McCarver comes to the plate, 1 out, tying run at second. McCarver represents the go-ahead run at the plate. McCarver is 0 for 3. Fidrych peeks over his shoulder, now looks in at freehand. The pitch to Tim McCarver from Mark the Bird Fidrych. We have snake eyes across the board. It's a 3-eyed snake. 1-2. That is a pop-up left side. Waiting for it and calling for it is Aurelio Rodriguez. So again, you see the 1 and then the 2. That's a pop-out. A lot of good stuff on that McCarver card, but he gets a horrific roll of triple snake eyes. There are 2 down. McCarver, 0 for 4 now. I think I said 0 for 4 before. He was 0 for 3. Julian Javier, 1 hit was a triple. Back in the 4th, he knocked in a run. Can he do it again? Tying run, Cepeda at second. Cepeda is a 1 through 13 runner, but there's 2 outs. We're not holding him on. He'll be 1 through 15. Javier for the tie. Fidrych for the deny. It's going to go off the Javier card. 2-10, right-handed pitcher. 2-10, this game is tied. Julian Javier does it again, and it is a double. 1 through 14 is a double, so this time Javier doubles to center. We're knotted at 4, to the shock and chagrin of Tigers fans here at Tigers Stadium. Javier needs a single and a homer for the cycle. He's tripled a run in, now doubled a run in, both with 2 outs. A clutch hit by Julian Javier. He's clapping as he stands on second base. So we're knotted at 4. Roger Maris to the plate. The pitch to the former home run king of 1961, Roger Maris. It'll go off the Maris card. 2-6. 2-6, possible single 1 through 9, but the base runner will only advance 1. It is a 12-line shot. A step and a dive by Scribner, robbing Maris of a hit. The go-ahead run stranded at second. But again, a clutch 2-out hit by Julian Javier. We're tied at 4 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Point of weakness check for Bob Gibson. Due up in the bottom of the 8th, freehand, Staub, Horton. Hiller continues to warm in the Tiger bullpen. Bob Gibson, they went up to him a little bit. They kind of started talking to him, and he just glared. And the coach walked away. The manager walked away. Everyone walked away from Bob Gibson. He starts a game. He wants to finish the game. Point of weakness inning, 4-4. Gibson to Bill Freehand, a former nemesis from 1968 World Series. It's going to go off the freehand card, and it's a right-handed pitcher. That's a 3-7. A 3-7 is a hard hit ball to short. Maxville backhands, throws to the baby bull Cepeda. Freehand is retired in his first at-bat, 6-3. 1 out, 4-4 ball game. La Grande à l'Orange. Rusty Staub's 0 for 3. Staub was the best hitter for the Tigers in 76. Here's the pitch to Staub. It'll go off the Staub card, 3-5. A 3-5, hard hit ball to first. Cepeda has it, waves off Gibson. Takes it to the bag himself. 2 ground balls, 2 outs. Willie Horton has 1 hit. Actually has 2 hits, excuse me. First hit was a homer. Second, it was a single. Prior to all that, he struck out. If Horton goes yard, 5-4 Tigers. Gibson takes a deep breath, looks in angrily, has the sign. The violent windup. The pitch to Willie Horton. It's going to go off the Horton card. 2-7. A 2-7 is a double possibility. 1 through 13 or a single. It is a 16, so it is a single to center. Horton picks up his third hit off Bob Gibson. Horton, a very slow runner, but I don't think if he gets the second, we will pinch run for him. Ben Ogilvy has a chance now. And again, this is point of weakness inning, so there's one hit there. If he gets a combination of 3 hits or walks that are unintentional, he hits point of weakness in 1 inning. The pitch to Ogilvy with 2 outs. They're not holding Horton on, so he's a 1 through 10 base runner. And this is going to go off the Gibson card. Let's see if it retires a side. That's a 4-8 left-handed batter. 4-8. Hard hit ball to second. Knocking it down is Javier. Calmly picks it up. Throws to first. Cepeda steps on the bag. The side is retired. He needed that 9. He didn't get it. 2-out single doesn't hurt. We go to the 9th. We are knotted at 4. Point of weakness check now for Mark the Bird Fidrych. This is a hell of a ball game, folks. Hiller is ready in the Tigers bullpen. I'm going to take a swig of water. Fidrych wants to put the goose egg up, and then the Tigers just need to scratch 1 run out in the 9th to win. Hope everyone's doing well. We have Captain Carl, Brian Hoxie, Vinny Mancini, Michael Terranova. Continue to scroll up. Clinton Parks, Ken Castro, another replay guy. Hooray, that's our good friend. Michael Canastari, Doug Hunt, Joshua Hauser. All right, here we go, top of the 9th. What a game, what a game. We've done some nifty managing for the Tigers, and it's 4-4. Fidrych to face Shannon, Tolan, and Maxwell. Bottom third of the 67 Cardinal order. The pitch to Mike Shannon. Let's move this up a bit. There we go. It's going to be off the Fidrych card, 6-4, right-handed batter. So a 6-4 fly ball to center field. Ogilvy, can he butcher another ball? Ogilvy's range is a 3. He's the E16, and for the outfield, that's not good. That's a 10. It goes to the dreaded error check. He needs a 12 or a 2. He gets a 4. That's a 2-base error. Second 2-base error on Ron LaFleur. The crowd is not happy whatsoever. LaFleur was racing towards the gap, should have caught the ball in left center. Goes right off his glove. Going into second standing is Mike Shannon. Second 2-base error by Ron LaFleur in center. E8, 2 bases. Bobby Tolan. They're going to call Bobby Tolan back. I got to find a better bunter because he's a C bunter. They're going to play for the bunt. That makes him a D bunter, and you don't want to bunt on a D. Let's see. Let's see if they have an A bunter on the bench. And we can use a pitcher to bunt. I use these plastic bags. They work wonderfully for these cards. And my History Maker baseball cards. All right. Well, we're not going to use Nelson Briles because he might come in for the save. Let's look at position players. Eddie Brusou, no. Ed Spezio, no. Phil Gagliano, no. He's a C bunter. That'll turn into a D bunter. Alex Johnson, debunter. Dave Ricketts, no. Pitchers, Larry Jaster, no. Ray Washburn, he's a B bunter, would turn into a C bunter. Dick Hughes is a B bunter. Steve Carlton, horrific bunter. Al Jackson's a D. Jack Lamabee is a C. Ron Willis is a C. You know what? We might go with Nelson Bryles. Joe Horner is a B. Nelson Bryles. And we can keep him in the game if we want, right? And just move stuff around. Nelson Bryles is going to bunt. He's an A bunter. He'll turn into a B bunter. We could also walk him, though. But then that sets up a double play ball. But if we bring him in, he's bunting. I don't think they would walk him to get to Max Dahlville, who's eaten up Fidrych. He's 2 for 3. Reached on the other two-base error by Ron LaFleur. Yeah, we're going to do that. Why not? Pinch hitter. Bryles, 9th. To bunt. So Bobby Tolan he's the DH, so he's going to be out of the game. Here's Bryles to bunt. So Bryles to bunt. They're playing for the bunt runner at second. He goes from an A bunter to a B bunter. You want that low roll. That's a 5. It will be a successful bunt. Fielded by Fidrych. His only play is to first. 1 out. Advancing to third is Shannon. So that goes 1 to 4 because we'll say the first baseman was charging. So on the wheel play, boy, that's an ugly 1 to 4 right there. It's a sack. Bryles is now the DH. And again, he will not stay in as the DH. And we can actually say, hey, he can be the pitcher. We would lose our DH. So runner at third, infield in, 4-4 game. Dahl Maxfield steps to the plate. 1 out. Infield in. Maxfield. Not going to take him out of the game. The pitch to Dahl Maxfield. That's a 2-7. 2-7. Fly ball center field. Maxfield's going to get the job done. That's a question mark, which means I wrote this down way back when. +2 to arm. Runner cannot be thrown out. He can only be thrown out on a 20. Anything that's above the run rating of the runner at third, he holds. Okay. So center fielder is LaFleur. He has a 0. Neutral arm. Shannon's at third. He's a 13, but you go +2. That's so he's 1 through 15. He scores. Anything higher than a 15, he holds unless it's a 20. He scores on the sac fly by Dahl Maxfield, and the Cardinals take the lead. Dahl Maxfield has killed the Tigers. So that is a 8 sack, and it's now 5-4 Cardinals in the top of the 9th, 2 outs. And that is a run batted in. What a job by Dahl Maxfield. So with 2 outs, base is empty. The pitch to Lou Brock from Fidrych, 4-11. left-handed batter, 4-11, ground ball to first. Thompson has it. Tosses to Fidrych covering the bag on the 4-11 left-handed batter. Side retired, but the two-base error, second time LaFleur's butchered a ball in center, costs another run, and this one could be the game winner. As Bryles bunts Shannon over, Max Dalville does his J.O.B. with a sac fly to center. So Brock is out 3-1. Make sure that's the third out. We had the sac bunt, then the sac fly. Yes, that's a third out. We go to the bottom of the ninth, 5-4. 5-4 Cardinals. And he has not hit his point of weakness because there was only one. Actually, there was no hits. That was a two-base error. So Fidrych is good. We'll let him pitch the 10th if they tie it. Gibson is coming out. Gibby's coming out to try to close the show. Point of weakness check started in the 8th. So Gibson did give up one hit. If he gives up 3 hits this, because in 2 innings for point of weakness, it now goes to 4 hits in 2 innings. So again, it has to be a combination of hits and unintentional walks. So it would be 3. Gibson looking to close the show now with a 5-4 lead. He will face Scrivener. We might pinch hit for him. Thompson Rodriguez. And I think we got a pinch hit for Scrivener. Scrivener. 221, 2 homers, 16 ribbies. They're going to call him back. 5-4 game. Hell of a baseball game. And now, can they get some pinch hitting magic? Dan Meyer, 252. He's a lefty. Alex Johnson had 6 homers. He's a righty, though. They're going to go Dan Meyer, 327 slugging, 292 on base. Ugh. You know, Alex Johnson's not much better, so we're going to go with the lefty, Dan Meyer. Another pinch hitter for the Tigers to lead off the bottom of the 9th. So Scrivener is gone. Let's put him over here. The first time we used a pinch hitter, Mankowski homered, 3-run homer to tie the game in the bottom of the 5th. It's now 5-4 Cardinals, thanks to the sac fly. Small ball the Cardinals played, and they got that run. So pinch hitter Meyer in the 9th. Pinch hit for Scrivener, the second baseman. He's looking for that 2 column, or he'd like to get that. He's a weak hitter, so he can't hit a home run on that 6 column. Here's Dan Meyer. He gets the 1-7. 1-7 is going to be a ground ball hit hard to first. Snaring it is Cepeda. He takes it to the bag himself. 1 down. So Gibson 2 outs away from victory with the Cardinals. Gibson has never given up. He's a fighter to the end. He's given up a solo blast to Horton, a 3-run blast by the pinch hitter Phil Mankowski. Those are the 4 runs. Gibson to Jason Thompson. Thompson has some pop. That is a 6-8 6, 8. That's going to be a hit. Will it be a triple? 1 or 2, it's a triple. It's a single. So Jason Thompson, third time he has reached, twice on a walk, and now a single. Thompson at first. They're not going to take him out just yet. Aurelio Rodriguez had a bunt hit. He steps to the plate. Cardinals hope to get a double play. Okay, so that's the second hit. If he gives up 2 more hits or a walk, it's point of weakness. Nelson Bryles, well, we'll go with Joe Horner, actually. Joe Horner is ready to come in, and that will piss off Bob Gibson. Marlon Price enjoying the game. Thank you very much. All right, so Rodriguez had 8 homers. Let's see. Imagine if he can get a walk-off here. Gibson giving up 3 homers in one game. 1 out, 1 on. Cardinals double play depth in the infield. Gibson deals to Aurelio Rodriguez. It is a 2-7. There's the double play ball. This game is over. Hard hit ball to short. Maxville to Javier on to Cepeda. Gibson and the 67 Cardinals win 5-4. Gibson goes the distance. Fidrych goes the distance. Gibson, both men struggled at times, but they went the full 9 innings. So Fidrych is the losing pitcher, unfortunately. Unless you're a Cardinals fan. Well, I like both pitchers. So I was pulling for Fidrych, though. Winning pitcher is Gibson. They both went 9 innings. Though Fidrych only gave up 3. No, he gave up 5 runs, but only 3 were earned. 5 runs, 3 were earned. Fidrych, not a big strikeout pitcher. He struck out 2. Gibson went 9 innings. All of the runs were earned. 4 runs, 4 earned. Gave up 2 home runs. A solo blast by Horton, then a 3-run blast by the pinch hitter, Phil Mankowski, the left-handed pinch hitter. And we put the wow there because that was unexpected. Gibson struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought he struck out 6. Obviously not. 1, 2, 3. Nope, he only struck out 5. So workmanlike performances for both aces. Fidrych of the 76 Tigers and Bob Gibson of the 67 Cardinals. There you have it. A beautiful ball game, 5-4. The 67 Cardinals defeat the 1976 Tigers. Cardinals were heavy favorites. The Tigers gave them a run for their money. The Detroit Tigers and Mark the Bird Fidrych have nothing to be ashamed of. So that was a fun game. Hope you enjoyed Strat-o-matic Card and Dice Baseball. Our late evening, early morning game. Joshua Hauser says a couple of aces going the distance, the good old days. Clinton Parks, enjoyed. Thanks, Al. Off to bed. You take care, my friend. Ken Castro says, thanks for the game, Al. Michael Terranova, great game, Al. Well played. Thank you. Marlon Price, as I said, enjoyed the game. So if you did enjoy that game and you feel like it, hit that like button. It's always, we like that. It's good stuff for the content creators that you enjoy. Why is that way down there? Let's push that up there. If you're not subscribed and you wish to do so, that would be awesome. If you do subscribe, hit the bell for notification when we go live. We pretty much go live with everything. Check out all the other wonderful content creators in our community. Subscribe to them as well as me. Share, like, sub, do all those great things. Greatly appreciate everyone's time. It's a lot of fun for me, and I know you guys enjoy it. And gals, I do have a couple of women who watch. So thank you very much. I'd like to say thank you to Brian Hoxie, Michael Terranova, Captain Carl 8, Joshua Hauser, Clinton Parks, Ken Castro, Marlon Price, Vinny Mancini. Continue to scroll up. Another replay guy, hooray, Michael Canastari. Check out his wonderful channel and subscribe. Doug Hunt. I think we got everybody. I try to say hello to everyone in. I try to read some comments. I always try to say thank you and goodbye on the way out. Take care. God bless. I love you all. Peace.